they get on down. They feel the music, they can't resist. They start to shake and whine, they start to move like this. So when they making up their face and they whine in their waist, it's the music, it's the music. So when they out on the street and they rocking to the beat, it's the music, it's the music. Aye. I took the party to Miami. I took the colors, yeah, I took the sound. And oh, you should see how the people jump up. Jump on the music, rip up the town. That's why I'll always sing a song, just to let you know. I'll take Junkanoo everywhere I go. I'll take it to London, take it to Japan. I'll take it to Russia and even Pakistan. So when I on the floor and I calling for more, it's the music, it's the music. Say once the goats get tired and the cowbells licking right, I feel this music, it's the music. I on the floor calling for more. The goats get tight, cowbells right. My clothes all tear, twist up my hair, sweat on my face, keeping the pace. Let's go. Junkanoo. Aye. Come on. That's why I sing this song, just to let you know. I'll take Junkanoo everywhere I go. I'll take it to London, I'll take it to Japan, I'll take it across to Russia and even to Iran. So when I on my back, don't you think it's a heart attack? It's the music, it's the music. So when I feel like I in space and I hear the junker bass, it's the music, it's the music. When I on my back, no heart attack, feel I in space, the junker bass. I'm on the floor, calling for more. The goat skin tight, cowbells make it right. So if my clothes are tear and I twist up my hair, it's the music, it's the music. There's sweat on my face, but I keeping up the pace of the music. It's the music, making up my face, winding my waist, out on Bay Street, rock to the beat. My clothes all tear, things in my hair, sweat on my face, keeping the pace. I feel the music, I feel the music, I feel the music, that kind of music. I love the music, I feel the music.
just want it now. Oh darling, keep looking, peeping until I see stop. I ain't asking for too much, oh girl, I just want it now. Oh darling, keep looking, peeping, peeping, looking until I see stop. Girl, I was so thankful when you let me in. Oh girl, I was hungry, starving, my stomach had been. You gave me some food, Lord, from the sweet, sweet pot. And girl, it did taste so good, I just could not stop. I ain't asking for much, oh, I just want it now. Oh darling, keep looking, peeping until I see stop. I ain't asking for too much, oh girl, I just want it now. Oh darling, keep looking, peeping, peeping, looking until I see stop. It was you I saw at the Reagan Scrape. You was looking sweeter, girl, and the food I ate. We started to dance, Lord, put on a show. But when the clock hit 12, you had to go. I ain't for much, oh, I just want it now, Lord. Oh, darling, keep Reagan scraping until I say stop. Oh, I ain't asking for too much, sweet girl, I just want it now. Oh darling, keep rake and scrape and raking until I say stop. We talk on the phone long after dark. I told you I hold your hand, take a walk in the park. I never get fresh with you, never do you wrong. Oh girl, I won't be with you my whole life long. I ask for much, oh, I just want it now, Lord. Oh, darling, keep moaning, groaning until I say stop. Oh, I ask for too much, sweet girl, I just want it now. Oh, darling, keep moaning, groaning, groaning, moaning until I say stop. Now that you are with me, all the time does fly. It seemed like just yesterday when our love first started. And though we are growing old, you still have my heart. And should even heaven call, I'll be where you are. I ask for much, oh, I just want it now, Lord. Oh, darling, keep rake and scraping until I say stop. Oh, I'm greedy for too much, sweet girl, I just want it now. Oh, darling, keep rake and scrape and raking until I say stop. Da 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 dee dee dee, na 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 dee, na 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 dee, na 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 dee, na 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 na, na 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 dee, na 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 dee, na 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 dee, na na dee, na 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 dee, na na. I asking you for too much. Oh Lord, I just want enough. Oh darling, keep moving, grooving until I say stop enough. I'm greedy for much. I could satisfy with enough loud. Oh darling, keep moaning, groaning until I say stop. I asking you for too much. Oh Lord, I just want enough. Oh darling, just giddy up until I say stop, 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 stop enough. Could never be too much. Oh darling, keep moaning, groaning until I say stop. And na 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 dee dee dee, and na na dee, and na 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 dee, na 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 dee, and na 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 dee, and na 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 dee, and na dee dee, and na na dee, and na na. I ask for much. Oh, I just want enough, Lord. Oh darling, keep rake and scraping until I say stop. Oh, I'm greedy for too much, sweet girl, I just want enough. Oh darling, keep rake and scrape and raking until I say stop.
Don't play that song for me. It brings back memories of days that I once knew. Oh, the days that I spent with you. Oh no, don't let it play. It fills my heart with pain. darling, you know that. Darling, I love you. You know that you lie. Darling, I love you. You know that you lie. Darling, I love you. You know that you lie. You lie, you lie, lie, lie. Oh. Remember on our first date, you kissed me and you walked away. You were only 17. I never thought you could act so mean, but baby, you told me you love me. You told me you care. You say I'll go with you, darling, almost anywhere. But darling, you know that. Darling, I love you. You know that you lie. Darling, I love you. You know that you lie, baby. Darling, I love you. You know that you lie. You lie, you lie, lie, lie. Stop it, baby. Don't play it no more. Don't play it no more, darling. Don't play it no more. No, 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 no. Don't you do it no more. Baby, baby, baby. Don't play it no more. Oh, la 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 la.
I have a dream where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots, not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless, that we double down, fortified, to return this Bahama land to the foundation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The Foundation with Howard Grant here with you live, jamming like we always do, being able to talk about what's happening in the country, what's happening around the world, and really being able to identify the next step that's going to be happening, the things that's going to be happening out here in the country. I am always truly, absolutely humbled and truly grateful to be with you on a consistent basis. And I hope that you are at least enthusiastic and a participant, even from afar off, in what we're doing in this particular space. Always grateful to be here in this kind of a company with you as we continue to be able to talk about national growth and development from that particular standpoint. Hey, got to shout out my good, decent people over at Crystal Select. Crystal Select got everything going on. Listen, the pause is for my guy. He needs to know exactly what's what. Crystal Select Premium Drinking Water in the Bahamas, guys. East Street South. You want to go and pick it up. Make sure you get down there. You can see it in the back of me. You can be able to change those labels if you desire. Great drinking water. Superb. It's refreshing. It always has some great stuff going on. Crystal Select. Let me see if I can take a little sip for you. Crystal Select. guys, go down there and check him out, man. Mr. Clark will be able to take very good care of you. Give him a call, 325-1416, 325-1416. He also delivers, so don't be dismayed. Oh, we got to ride down these streets out. No, he delivers. He can be able to bring it to you. That wouldn't be a problem at all. So go and check him out. He can take good care of you in those particular areas and in that space, all right? Guys, make sure you pick up the Realigner newspaper, right? Realigner newspaper. Now we're advertising now, getting yourself prepared for December 5th. On December 5th is the last sort of the proverbial nail in the coffin. We want to be able to send everything off during this time so we can get ourselves prepared to get it printed for our last edition of the year. Okay? The Realigner, guys, we want you guys to be able to be a part of what we're doing. We got some great stuff going on. On December, hold on, let me look at my calendar before we start talking like this. I gotta look at my calendar because my guy keep trying to push me out, you know. He keep telling me, when you gonna leave, boy? You know what I mean? And I'm like, wow, this is crazy, what you're doing. On December 12th, we said December 10th, but, you know, let's finish off the week. On December 12th, will be the last day that we're going to have the Realigner until January. I'm sorry, not the Realigner. The last day that we're going to have the foundation until January 5th. Okay? I can take a little time off and do some stuff and get ourselves prepared. We have a little soft launch that we got going on for December 17th. We got some things going on during that particular time. But I'm going to take some time off between December 12th to January 5th. So let's call that Christmas holiday for me. All right. So it won't be any shows. We'll probably just be able to do some reruns between that time. By the time as we get to the 15th, you'll already be able to see Foundation Radio is going to be on iTunes. Foundation Radio is going to be... Turn the radio up because I don't know if they can hear me. Foundation Radio. You can hear me? Y'all can't hear me. Foundation Radio will be on Spotify, on TuneIn Radio, on all these particular things, all these platforms that you can be able to have. So give us some time to formalize what we do. Okay? Give us some time to make some formal adjustments to ensure that we can provide you with a professional, quality grade product and ensure that we're in a good space. Okay? We want to make some modifications. If persons are out there and you want to be a part of our stuff, I might as well tell you, we got a strong morning show that we got going on. All right? So when you see us on Foundation TV, just notice ain't no hot dog operation. You see what I did there, right? Angus beef, baby. I just want to let you know. Right, so no. So we got Foundation TV, Foundation Radio. So we're doing some things locally and internationally for you to be able to be a part of it. We might as well just got to roll out these things for you. We are working our behinds off to ensure that we can give you a quality product and we could be able to own our voice. We could own ourselves and own the things that we have. Yeah, we don't have no affiliation working with other people. So I can't even get an amen, Jesus. This thing. My partners and I, we're working together. We're regrouping. We're doing some stuff, trying to be able to make some things happen. My partners and I, we got some stuff going on. We want you guys to be a part of what we're doing. If you want to be able to be an angel investor, we got an equity sheet that we can be able to tell you all about what we're doing. Listen, be a part of the evolution and revolution and transformation of local radio here in the country. Okay? Yeah, we can get this out there. And this ain't salacious. This ain't, oh my God, somebody need to open up the punch packet. Oh, this is none of that. Yeah, somebody else needs to do that. I ain't doing that. I ain't sitting down here talking about who juicing who like who. Somebody catch hepatitis and herpes. You wouldn't believe I talking about morning sore. I ain't into none of that. I don't have the time for it, Jesus. I don't have time to be talking about people. Not in that manner. Now, we could scrutinize you based upon the projection that you've placed out there. We could scrutinize you based upon the leadership or the lack thereof that exists in these particular capacities and what our expectations are of you. We could scrutinize you based upon the leadership that existed prior to you. We could scrutinize you based upon the fact that we could say to you that you've gone off course. And now, because you've traveled in this particular area, we could be able to kind of nudge you back on course and realign you. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. But we ain't talking about who like man and who don't like man. And I see they come out the house and you wouldn't believe they get caught in a car with a boy. Oh! I just feel like vomiting when I think about it. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much work for us to do, for us to continue to be able to douse gasoline upon a fire of local and national tribulation that we have here. Okay? We've already got issues going on. Suicide rate is significantly high. People don't know. They're still living with their mother and their daddy. You looking forward to the death of your parents so you could finally be able to get the house to yourself. I can't get no amen, Jesus. You were on here counting the days. How old mommy is? 96. Jesus. When she can leave. No, you need to stop. You need to stop. This is where we are in this country. People move back in with their parents since the hurricanes, since the economic downturn that we've had as a result of the pandemics. Things still, people haven't catch themselves. Come on, man. You're on here quietly hoping that somebody fall down so they can have a by-election in your constituency, see if the PRP can give attention to you like this. Come on, man, it's just too much. The country is in a position where we need to be able to regrow. We need to regroup and find ourselves to be able to move forward towards the purpose that God has called us to. We don't have time. People that we know and we love dropping down dead. I still can't wrap my head around how my cousin dead yet. I still can't wrap my head around it. I couldn't make it to Grand Bahama. I couldn't make it to Grand Bahama. And then, I felt bad that I couldn't make it to Grand Bahama. I felt bad. I have some things that have been, listen, these things been going on, but I felt bad that I couldn't make it to Grand Bahama. And I really wanted to. I really wanted to. So I watched the proceedings. I watched my cousins crying. I watched my cousins crying. I watched my cousins crying. They crying. And as I saw that, and I started to think to myself about this sort of a concept from a biblical standpoint that speaks to the fact that let the dead bury the dead. Man, I still wanted to be there. I promise you, I wanted to be there. And I look at that and I start crying. My wife was crying. I was crying. It's too much. I can't believe this dude dead. He had so much life in him. He wasn't sick, not one day. And he's even eat picky. We would cook sometimes. He'd come over and just have dinner with us. He's a picky, no, I don't eat that. I don't eat that. I don't eat this. I don't eat that. I mean, healthy guy, always in the gym. You know what I mean? He is gone. We can't consume ourselves with this salacious things just to be able to fill our time, man. We can't consume ourselves with this sort of an idea of who we could talk about, what this one's saying, just to be able to fill our time. We need to find purpose. We need to find occupation. We need something. We need to do something. We got to put our hands to the till. We got to do something. Because our time is coming. It's inevitable. We won't be here forever. Our time is coming. Find something to do. Instead of sitting down talking about who like man. You know, this is a sissy here. You know, he's a sissy here. Jesus, girl. Stop it. Stop it. I don't even have time. Listen, some people may think I'm snobbish. And you think he better than people. I don't know. This is the kind of language we use in our society. You think he better than people. Because I don't sit down with you and talk this kind of a mess. I must sit down here and talk garbage with you. If all two of us sit down here and talk garbage, and I don't encourage you, well, I might as well just stay here. This must be where I am supposed to be. No, man. The Realigner, Foundation Radio, Foundation TV, Righteous Realignment, Bahamas, our media conglomerate, understands our responsibility to the Bahamas, to this current generation and to the next generation. We're looking for partnership. We're looking for the right partnership. We're not looking for people who can come in and say, well, you know, traditional radio and TV is dead, Howard. Shut up. Okay? As you continue to watch our news, Eyewitness News, ZNS News, this news, every single night Jesus sent. Stop it. Stop it. Stop repeating the things that you would have heard from a commercial standpoint without understanding the landscape that exists in this particular space. This country doesn't go by the wave of traditional business that you see coming out of the United States of America. This goes with relationships. And I've forged some very good relationships over the years. I'm looking for the type of partnership that could help us to get to where we need to take this message of transformation, of revival, to take this message of realignment to the nation. This is the course that I wish to chart with you. I'm looking for the partnership that can help me here, guys. I'm looking for angel investors. How much money you need? I don't know. I probably need about $250,000. I don't know. Who knows? I got to put up transmitters, this, that, all this. I got things to do. Oh, God, but we can get it done. Hey, you see me? Look at me. We can get it done. Show us Jesus Christ is alive. We can get it done. We are going to get it done. If you're ready, then start. And that's all we need in this life, you know. We just need a start. I got that investment from the prophet who came and gave me a couple $1,000 right off the top. She said, God said, give this to you. Put it in my hand. I said, what was this for? She said, I don't know. Don't ask me. God said, give it to you. So I say, what this is. God know what is in my heart. You may judge the outside, the wide exterior. Praise Jesus. I'm not going to fight you. You may judge the outside, but God has judged my heart. He knows why I do what I do. He knows my conviction. And it'll do you well to jump on a team where God is blessing us on a consistent basis. I can't even get no amen. Yeah, because I see through the lens of innovation. I use creativity to get to the objective. We can get it done. Come join me. Give me a call, 827-0111. And I don't want to feel like they're classified. You know, only call me if you're serious. I don't have time for all that. If there is a pricking in your heart and you want to invest a small sum for a portion of ownership in my company, we have an equity sheet. We can be able to show you the profitability of the company. We can show you the expansion of the company. We can show you how we're starting local and expanding internationally. We can show you what we're doing. We can show you everything. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, we're looking for investment. If you got $20,000 and you want to be able to invest it for a portion of our company, we can do that for you. If you need to be able to see if you got this, I got license for everything. Listen to me. Can't get no amen. I want you guys to be a part of it, man. And I want this to be built out so we can be able to really transform this. Yeah, we got to take this back. Now, I don't know, from a biblical standpoint, you want to be able to identify that Beelzebub, right? The prince of Persia is the prince of the air. No, but we have to be able to take back what is rightfully ours. Yeah. We got to take back what is ours. And these negative influences that continue to be able to spill out and bleed out into our environment, we must take back what is ours. Come and join me. If you're part of an organization, you're part of a church, if you're an individual, come and join us. We're looking for investors, angel investors, persons who want to be pronounced. If you want to be on our board, if you're looking for a particular position, we have things available. It's just me and my partner right now. That's it. There's two of us. That's it. Me and my wife. Well, my wife and I are one. And my partner is also married. You understand? So essentially it's two people in the development of this particular concept. You see, we push it on newspapers every month, God sent. You see me on the radio every day, God sent. You ain't hearing the row my wife get. You ain't hear the custom me get. Oh, so how much that gonna cost you? That's what, hey, listen. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices to get to the places that God has called us to be. That's just what it is. If you believe that's what God has called you to be, then get there. If you believe, then get there. If you are afraid, then sit back like a sissy and cower in the corner. But God, let's get there. Join us, guys. Join us on this voyage. Run with us. Go with us as we seek to be able to institute, to incorporate, to inject conviction. Not that it doesn't exist here, but this is nostalgic. This is a reminder. This is only realignment to get you back to where God has called you to be, back to where God has called us to be. Because we're not excluding ourselves from this. We are participants in a society, and we wish to get where God has called us to be. Hope to see you guys. Give me a call. 827-0111. You can see it right down there on the screen. 827-0111. That's the number now that you can be able to do those things. So December 10th to January 5th. I'm sorry, December 12th to January 5th. Do a little thing for me, right? December 12th, I'm going to put something up so you guys can see that. We are going on holiday from the 12th to January 5th. And when we come back on the 5th, we should be in a new studio, new this, new that, new everything. Everything's going to be booked out, beautiful, gorgeous. We want you guys to be able to join us, okay? I'm rebuilding every day. I got people waking. I bite my teeth, bite my nails. Jesus, where I can get the money from to pay these people? But I believe in God. And He hasn't failed me yet. Hey! Glory to God. Amen. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit politics in the city. Let's talk a little bit politics in the city. I want you to run that thing to be able to not bounce back. Run the one before that. You set it up? Right? Yeah. So I want you to be able to hear that. Yeah. We put some stuff together just to be able to do this. Well, we didn't put some stuff together. But Michael Pintard is in this particular capacity. And this was after the defeat in Golden Isles. We would have heard from Michael Pintard being able to talk with a congregation around him of Free National Movement members. I think would have been at the headquarters of those particular things. Check it out.
And tonight, we fell just a bit short. But I want to congratulate Darren Pickstock and commend his campaign for their victory this evening. FNM's tonight, we realize that there's a lot more work to be done in this country. And so I want you to hear me clearly. This is but one leg to provide better governance for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The finish line is in sight. FNMs do not fall. No. We don't faint. No. We will reevaluate, refocus, retool, and we will be ready for the big dance for the general. Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I enjoy this, you know. But after he did that, I don't know. He had to go to a bat cave somewhere. I don't know where he was going, but he obviously had to take a boat to get there. Let's check that out.
Yeah, this the rope is like a relationship. You gotta hold on, bro. The ride can get rough sometimes, but you gotta hold on.
Last night took a L, but tonight I bounce back. Wake up every morning, by the night I count stacks. Knew that it was real when I hit it, bounce back. You ain't getting checks.
I like it. I like what y'all doing. Trying to be able to. That's what social media does. Social media has done and is responsible for being able to give you a generic concept of what authenticity exists. Generically, you could create with small segments, with 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 7-second clips about this idea that you wish to project and place a seed in people's mind. This is cool. This is wonderful. I love it. I love how you could be able to use social media to recapture your narrative, to fortify your position, to fortify your story. The idea that you want people to believe this particular thing. Praise Jesus, God Almighty Father, you're good that you've given us this tool for us to be able to contort what we desire. Amen. I can't get no amen, Jesus. Oh God, you've given us the tool of social media. You've given us the tool of deception. You've given us the tool of manipulation to be able to project and to be able to instill in the minds of those persons that are not conscious whatever we desire. Not only him doing that, you know. We so busy laughing at Menace, we don't realize that that's what he's using the same thing too. We so busy laughing at Menace. He doing all the little dance and he just got us laughing. Menace got us laughing. We laughing at this man. Until you forget that you was locked up in your house for the longest time. Till you forget that you had these issues that you didn't deal with. You laughing. All this humanize the people. So Michael Pintard could no longer take the course of being able to he could no longer take this course of following behind the campaign rhetoric and display of being able to duplicate what has come out of the COI, because that's what it was. I can't get no amen, and you may not give me one, but that's what it was. There ain't no two ways about that. That's what it was. Any and every time that we would have seen Michael Pintard, he mirrored the campaign of the COI, his language, his posture, the idea to be able to tug on your heartstrings for vengeance, for this idea of being able to retrieve and take back our sovereignty, for being able to give you the idea that the Haitians are coming, that you, what the little boy name who called is, the sky is falling. Chicken Little. You are, between you and Lincoln, you all are the proverbial chicken littles in our society. The Haitians are coming to kill us all. You've taken that. You've taken it, and where we will dismiss the concept and idea of coming out of a third faction who wishes to say whatever he desires, whatever sounds right, that he would be able to say those things, simply to be able to find himself at the forefront of our newspapers. Yeah, we never placed no heavy weight on it. The other night, Lincoln Bain say, Trump. Oi! Lincoln Bain say the whole Trump administration come to the Bahamas looking for me. We was riding around, and I started to tell him about sovereign wealth. Next thing you know, I hear him talking about that. That's what he said. That they listening to him. Yeah. So I look at that and I say to myself, I said, this is peculiar. This is peculiar. But we don't, nobody holding Lincoln to account to these things. Nobody holding him to account. Nobody can say to him, Lincoln, mine. Nobody. The chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party and the Minister of Foreign Affairs has called them the Coalition of Idiots. Everyone is taking this kind of a dismissive approach to their organization. They dismiss them. They don't really hold them no weight to that. You've taken on that vein to talk about passports. You sit down here and tell the Bahamian people that passports are going to Haiti or coming from Haiti. I don't know what it's too much. That it fall out of a package. And no one know the story except you and the man who get fired. And the man who get fired, you let him call you and tell you that. This man who get fired, you listening to him. But oh my God, the former prime minister who tell you don't run nobody in the constituency twice for by-election, you ain't listening to him. I confuse. You got Ingram right there who experienced these things. You don't listen to Ingram at all. But a man who get fired from Bahamas here that none of us know, you listening to him. What you doing, man? And you bounce back? Bounce back from where? Bounce back from where? Listen, man, this is sort of a winding up period. Okay? Whenever we go to liquidation, whenever we go to this sort of an idea of being able to wind up, that means that there is an inevitable separation that's going to be able to take place. No one want to see this. And you indicated on Guardian Radio when you were there, win, lose, or draw, you can be straight. Michael Pintard going to be straight. And so because you separated yourself in thought, word, and in deed, and in what we have left undone, come on now. Because you've separated yourself in that capacity, and the Free National Movement now has to separate themselves from you. I don't know if they will. I believe that the organization is mounted on the foundation of pride. You're a prideful organization. You're prideful. There's no humility that exists in the organization. You're extremely prideful. From Hubert Ingram, who doesn't understand that the organization is not him, you're prideful and stubborn. And you expect us to follow that. The Bahamian people, you expect us to follow you in your pride. You are a blind man leading blind people who wish to see a vision for the country. But if you're blind and the people blind, you will lead us to a ditch. You will lead us to a ditch. I love it. I love the fact that we could manipulate these concepts and ideas with social media to project, to be able to cast into the minds of people this sort of an idea that, hey, we got it, baby. We got it. And you're still in this kind of a posture. When we get back, we can talk about those numbers. We can talk about the concept that exists in these particular spaces, or what our expectations can be for what we're seeing in the constituency of Golden House. We're going to talk about what does it mean for 2026. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the PLP and what does it mean from them in that particular standpoint also. Let's take a break, guys. Going to be right back after this.
Well, this me, Mr. C. I got do a little island ting, you know. Hey, girl, you there? Where you from? Oh, you from Brighton? Yeah, buddy. These island girls from Sweet, you know. Hear me? Island woman, making me forget who I am. Island woman, making me forget who I am. She danced with me in the moonlight, drink me rum and had fun. When I woke in the daylight, she took me money and run. I saw her swim by my bedside and follow her back to the shore. Someday when I get money, I'm coming back here for more. Island woman, making me forget who I am. Island woman, making me forget who I am. Hear me? She tell me buy her from salad, collects from Kempy store. And when I thought I'd get lucky, she left me holding the door. Sailed down to the regatta, she made my heart start to melt. And when the boat race was over, that gal left with somebody else. Yeah. Island woman, making me forget who I am. Sweet island woman, them little woman, making me forget who I am. Oh Lord, these island girls sweet. Boy, you never see when them walk down the beach in a bikini. Monkey foot. I been all about boy, but look, you know like island woman. Especially the peas right from me. Hear this? I flew in from New Jersey, met her out on the beach. Her skin smooth just like mango, her body sweet just like peach. This woman I'd love to marry, I want to make her my own. But when I got down on one knee, she tell me leave she alone. Oh, island woman, making me forget who I am. These island woman, Turks Island woman, making me forget who I am. Hear me now. She danced with me in the moonlight, drink me rum and had fun. And when I woke in the daylight, she took me money and run. I saw her swim by my boatside, I follow her back to the shore. Someday when I get money, I'm coming back here for more. Oh, island woman, cat island woman, making me forget who I am. Long Island woman, Exuma woman, making me forget who I am. Hear this now. You see, Bahamian woman, Jamaican woman, making me forget who I am. Trinity woman, Belgian woman, making me forget who I am. Making me forget who I am. You see, they make me forget who I am. The Long Island guys, the Cat Island guys, the Abaco guys, and them Freeport guys. Oh Lord, them Haitian guys, and them Bajan guys, even Antiguan guys, St. Lucian guys, Vinci woman, Jamaican woman, Trinity woman, St. Martin, and them Cayman guys. Can't forget these Nassau guys, them sweet Cuban guys, Dominican Republic. I had a good time, shake back and line, making me forget who I am. Oh yeah, come here, girl. Sweet. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Say we're rocking in this dance tonight, in this club called the Dilly Tree. All the women them they looking right, and the record script is so sweet. Mr. Bandman, I like this song. With this kind of beat, man, you can't go wrong. I'm under the stars, I got my lady in my arms. We on the dance floor and love is strong. I wanna put my arms around you, and I wanna HOLD hold you. And if you LEAVE leave me, girl, I don't care NOW. What I am gonna do, yeah. What I am gonna do for true, oh God, yeah. Now everybody's in a party mood. It's a junker wine and sponge move. I like how you whine, honey, I like how you move. We the envy on the floor. Now don't hold back, just give me all. Under the stars and we gon' have a ball. Now spin around and put your bumpsy on me, 'cause this dance is yours exclusively. I wanna put my arms around you, and I wanna HOLD hold you. And if you LEAVE leave me, girl, I don't care NOW. What I am gonna do, yeah. What I am gonna do for true, girl. Music man. Oh, wreck it, John, wreck it, boy. Sweet Rick and Street. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah. Woo. Oh, girl, I wanna put my arms around you, and I wanna HOLD hold you. And if you LEAVE leave me, girl, I don't care NOW. What I am gonna do, what I am gonna do. Record script time. Go yeah, 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 go yeah. Record script. Here we go, here we go. Go yeah, go yeah, go yeah, go yeah, go yeah. Now get in the mood 'cause we can dance all night, and everybody drinking, dancing, knocking right. Mr. DJ, don't stop this song, 'cause I want to dance with this gal all night long. I wanna put my arms around you, and I wanna HOLD hold you.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, the Foundation with Howard Grant out here, gentlemen, with you, just being able to talk about these things. Got to be able to give encouragement to Michael Pintard in his particular capacity. This is not easy. The scrutiny may be difficult. You have performed in the capacity of you know about leadership. You know about leadership. You know about the Bahamian psyche. You know about the Bahamian's posture. You know our expectation when it comes to leadership. You're not a newbie. You're not a rookie to this. You know some scrutiny was going to come. You know that. Now you could decide to hate everyone and to be able to treat them with this sort of my grandma used to say, touch us position. You touch us. No one can tell you nothing. So you won't cuss anybody who say anything to you. Okay. That don't change nothing. You were told not to do it. And no one man could supersede the decision that you make in your leadership capacity. So you can't say, yeah, but Brian said he wanted to go. To hell with what Brian said. You are the leader of the organization. This is twice now. I told you, win, lose, or draw, Brian was going to be straight. Not you. Not you. I said to you, win, lose, or draw. I said if Brian will lose, right? Let's see if we get the official numbers and be able to talk about those things, right? PLP victory this here is on Tuesday. Let's see if we can be able to get Wednesday's paper, if they give us the official recount and all these particular things and see exactly what's what. Low voter turnout, Pickstock 48.3% of the votes. Let's talk about this. All right, if you guys want to call, you can be able to do that. 827-0111. Though the Progressive Liberal Party and the Free National Movement and the constituency of Golden Isle, results show more people voted against the party than for it. A review of the unofficial results show that the PLP's Darren Pickstock the MP elected for Golden Isle secured 1,873 votes. 1,873 votes, and this is the official number. Hold on, let's make sure. Let's make sure. Yeah. 1,873 votes. This is the Wednesday paper, right? Brian Brown got 1,636 votes. Okay? Brian Roll of the Coalition of Independents got 348 votes. I told you. I told you he was going to get 350 votes. I told you that. I'm not here to say that, oh, I told you. No. I'm saying to you that there is a course that we're traveling in this country. That's all I'm saying to you. I'm saying to you that we travel a specific course aligned in this country. The reason why we bore a hole in this ground, because this is the track road that we just travel. Nobody just walk in the bush. We just go, all of us, on this track road. We know where this track road is. We then beat the ground up. Everything shows us that this is the course that the country has traveled. And no one, outside of the strategic things that have happened in this country, we've identified those things, votes for an independent. No one goes third force. The best that you could hope for is that you give a good showing during your time as a third force member. The best that you could hope for is that you give a good showing when you're out here in the CDR, when you're out here in the BDM, when you're out here in these particular organizations, in the DNA, in the UBP, in the UQR, whatever the hell organization, and we just march as an adjutant, as an advocate. The best thing you could do is give it your all while you're there. And then someone can say to you, hey, what's happening? You ever consider frontline politics? Well, what do you mean if I ever consider frontline politics? I'm here now. Are you? No, you're not really. We don't think you're really at frontline politics. Okay. Oh, my organization has been looking at you for some time, and we'd like to have a conversation with you. FNM or PLP? Every person who was a part of a third force recognizes that they have plateaued. They've come to the point, to the juncture, to the position where they've given their all. And the only thing that they could get is 150 votes, 250 votes, 300 votes. You hear Lincoln giving us a big, juicy conversation. Yeah, but we will take it in the general election. Statistically, we've identified that you were able to capture 8% of the vote. When you went in West Grand Bahama, you were able to capture 306 votes. Statistically, you are not moving beyond a particular threshold. Casual conversation that came out of the darkest depths of political naivete said that Brian Roll would have gotten 600 and some votes. How? How, Sway? How? I just wanted to know how. And everybody want to bring Jesus in these conversations. Everybody. I don't have a problem with you doing that, you know. I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem. I have no problem with Jesus. Everybody wants to bring Jesus in this conversation to say, well, I know what God says to me. I hope to God, prophet tell Brian Brown he was going to win. We got to fire that prophet. We got to fire that prophet. You're sitting down here and think Jesus Christ got time to play. You think Jesus is throw dicey. Like my wife say, her family, they say, you all think heaven is a hog penny? Huh? Whatever thing you all just want to do, you all just think, oh, Jesus can support me in this. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. The entire time you contradict your campaign. The entire time you say this man never do nothing, I've always been here, and the constituency still ain't changed. The entire time. You've been there, the roads didn't get paved. You've been there, the backboard was still break up. You've been there, the park was still mess up. You've been there, there ain't got no green spaces. You've been there, there ain't no security for the community. You've been there, there ain't no help for entrepreneurs. You've been there the whole time, and you still ain't do nothing. All you could do is tell me how lousy another man is, who you helped put there in the first place. All you was a ball of contradiction. Contradiction. You contradict yourself right through to the end. And then, in the midst of that contradiction, you pull in Jesus Christ. God knows. This politics thing is exhausting sometimes. As much as I love it, I mean, it's not even real sometimes. Most of the times. Nothing real about this. This is ridiculous. We're sitting down here having a conversation about what? This is ridiculous. Low voter turnout troubling. Pickstock got 48.9% voter turnout. Low voter turnout is troubling for the democracy in this country, the participation in this country, of being able to find out where voter apathy is. But low voter turnout don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Let's get into the depth of the low voter turnout right now. Both the PRP and the Free National Movement, more specifically the Free National Movement in this dispensation, have used the bait of yesteryear to be able to capture the ideas of tomorrow. Both the PRP and the FNM are guilty of being able to utilize, and not so much the PRP, more specifically in this dispensation and this by-election, the FNM has used the tactics of old to capture the imagination of the youth. That has not worked. I told you before that young people only go, this is a rite of passage for them. This is a social rite of passage for them into adulthood. Sex, driving a car, being able to drink rum and work and vote. Okay? You hear me? There is no formal path for young men and women to indicate that they are now mature. Outside of being able to say, I have a driver's license, I'm in a formal relationship, I'm having sex, I just drink occasionally, and I could vote. This is a rite of passage. Young people are going to get registered to vote, not for the purposes of being able to participate with the FNM or the PRP. Young people need to show you that I am an adult. And they register to vote. And they get their little green, their purple card, and they say, I have arrived. Young people need to learn how to drive. And they get their license to be able to show that this is a rite of passage. This is not for anything other than that for young people. Older people, more mature people, diehards in the organization are immobile. They sit in the house waiting for someone to return. They can't move until someone carry them. They can't do it. They can vote. They may have their consciousness about them. The mind is willing, but the body is not able. This is the contrast and the gulf that exists between the two generations. The older, who want to do it, who try to encourage you with the little that they have to do it, and the younger, who only need verification to show you that I'm capable of doing this thing because I'm a man or I'm a woman. Low voter turnout is because this organization, both the PLP and the FNM, like I said to you, more specifically for this dispensation and for what we've seen in the by-election, the FNM was unable to attract youth. No young people at their events. The picture that they take standing up behind the podium as he continues to be able to concede his particular position, everyone over the age of 60. The pictures that we see in these particular positions and identifying those things, the majority of people over the age of 60 and 65. You can attract young people. Young people don't want nothing to do with you. And then what you do to be able to galvanize a crowd of orthopedic geriatrics, you call Hubert Ingram. You might as well call Joe Biden. Because Hubert Ingram forget who he campaigning for. Ingram, you know you campaigning for us, not the PLP. You forget it. I told him not to do it. Jesus, why would you come on the stage and tell us that you told him not to do it? You forget. You're trying to rally a cause to be able to get people to vote, and you bring Hubert Ingram. These young children don't know who Hubert Ingram is. They have the idea of him as a former prime minister. They have the idea of him. They love the feel that exists in the crowd when Grammy them yell. But they don't know who this man is. They don't know who he is. Who in the Free National Movement has been able to gather an erupting and arousing applause and the interest of young people because of their participation in the communities? Who? Shannon Don has backed away from his particular capacity and what he's done. There's no grouping of young people that travel with anyone. I'm looking at them. Michael had got some people that's being able to build with her, but most of these people are sent to her by the organization. I'm only saying to you what I see, man. And low voter turnout, you can't get young people to vote because you don't understand the mechanism. You keep using the old tactics. How? You know, I have a problem with my dog. I just go buy scrap meat for my dog, like the old pork chop. Whatever it's in the old pork chop. What I mean is that they cut up the pork chop, whatever the case may be, whatever scrap they have at the stores, right? I'll buy that. I'll buy one big bag of that, right? Like $1 a pound, something like that. And then I boil it for my dog. Now this is actual real life meat. I boil it for my dog. So whether that's ham, whether that's chicken, whether that's pig, whatever it is, right? They don't normally put beef in there. It's scrap meat. I boil this big pot. I got 2 dogs, Belgians. And then I would give my dogs, I boil it down, put a little seasoning on it, and my wife is, you have to season up for them. These dogs, and I say, hold on, hey. These are my dogs. Stay out of my business, okay? Let me deal with my dogs. Okay. So I boil it down, put a little seasoning on it, boil it down. It's like this real life food. If you want to eat that, you can eat that. But this real life food, I boil it down and give it to my dogs. Then, when I don't have that, I'll try to give them a can of mackerel and a can of dog food. Let's put it together, right? So I put like some mackerel on the side, like a side dish, and then I just, mash up the dog food into a position where they could be able to take it and eat it. My boy dog, the male King, he eats it, no problem. My girl dog, she don't want none of that. She pushed the plate away. And she's looking at me. She keep looking at me. I walk away, she looking at me. I walk away. She take the plate and she put it outside. I watch her dig a hole, put the thing in there, turn the plate over on top of it. She don't want to eat that. No matter what I fed her before, the traditional concepts of all these particular things, she don't want that because I gave her a taste of something new. I gave her a taste of something authentic. I gave her a taste of something original. I gave her a taste of something real. She don't eat hot dog. She ain't into that. She don't want nothing generic. She only want the authentic food that I've given her. The real food. What I eat, she won't eat that too. And it's my fault. I've spoiled her to make her to understand what could exist for the future. What exists that's real. The guide dog ain't into that. The Bahamian people, the young people, they no longer want generic politics. Young people don't want to hear you talk a bunch of garbage about who did what and what didn't do what and all these things like that. They only making $250 a week. That's $1,000 a month. They can't even liberate themselves. They can't even move out of their parents' house. They can't be the men and women they want. They got a license now to go driving all about. They drinking every so often, but they still got to be back in this house. They don't have the wherewithal if they're getting a minimum wage job to be able to truly liberate themselves. They got to think about being able to conglomerate and get under the roof if they're looking for independence to live with this young person, that young person, like Sex in the City. Or like living single or something that we saw on television. But that's not really truly what we want. We just wanted to be away from, to make our own decisions. And we can't do that. We're unable to do that. Because we cannot afford it. You're having a conversation with me about Haitians and immigration and passports and people hiding the face of, but who gives a hell about that? I watched a video on social media the other day. The husband stopped the video. He stopped everything and he gone over the television. There was a flat earth diagram on the TV. And the husband started to explain to the wife, yeah, because in the Bible it actually speaks about the flat earth and how there are four corners to the earth and all these things. The wife say, why the beep you telling me this? I don't give a beep about whether the earth round or flat. I still got to pay bills in this beep, beep, beep. She cuss it. I laugh it. And I think it. Who cares about all the intricacies of how these things work? Who cares about who's coming in and who's not coming in? I can't take care of me. How can I possibly be concerned about what's not being taken care of? The Free National Movement has lost their way. They've lost their language. They've lost their path of being able to pull young people in. They've lost their way. They haven't been able to attract youth. I'm not talking about staunch FNMs who've been there. I'm not talking about those persons who are affiliated with the organization. If you look at the contrast about the FNM and the PLP over the course of this by-election, you'd recognize that more young people gravitated towards the PLP. There's no two ways about it. More young people gravitated towards the PLP. This is an outing for young people, not an opportunity for them, an outing. You get your FNM shirt, you get your PLP shirt, let's roll, dog. We get looking for some gals tonight. And then at the end of the conversation, we say as men, the PLP got all the fine gals. Jesus. I married one. I know what I'm talking about. The PLP got all the fine gals. Amen? Amen. Even the old ones fine. Fine gals. Some of them crazy. Let's just be very clear about this. Nonetheless, we don't know you crazy, want your mouth shut. You're fine. Praise God for you. This is an outing for young people. And I guarantee you they don't do nothing different. Not right now. Rally tonight? Oi! We getting rally tonight. Me and my dog jump in the car. We getting a rally tonight. Hello. You getting an F&M rally. You getting a PLP rally. Then we can gauge who got the finest gals. We don't even have to go inside. Me and my boy, we used to sit in the parking lot on the car with a little something to taste. And then, hey, bright light, little thing, whatever. That is the coming of age story for young men in this society. We're not participants in these things. There's nothing grabbed us as young people when we're out there parking lot pimping at the PLP rally and the FNM rally. There's nothing that grabbed us off the stage. There's a bunch of old men saying things to other old men. This ain't got not a damn thing to do with me. Nothing. You ain't talked to me yet. I out here, you know. I drinking beer, I eating fritters, and I talking to girls. You ain't talked to me yet. Why the hell should I go vote? And then you come see me and you give me one little $200. I can take you $200. You put that in the little your t-shirt. I'm taking that. I'm taking your money. But you have not given me a reason to vote for you. You haven't even explained to me. I'm not even interested in that. Low voter turnout don't have nothing to do with any political mechanism other than their inability to attract young people. And the PLP has been able to put their money where their mouth is. More so than the FNM has done over the course of the past 5 years, 6 years in this country. The PLP, whether you like them or not, the PLP has strategically taken its time to put youth in strategic positions of leadership in this country. Whether you like them or not, whether you call these people sissy, homosexuals, whores, I don't know what you'd call them, whatever you call them, they are in strategic positions of leadership and they are on course to transform the PLP after the next dispensation. Active conversation, active language right now that indicates with clarity from the PLP's leadership that we must put youth in strategic positions. Actively. They are actively looking for places to be able to ensure that youth is represented in this space. Actively. They're looking for ideas. They're looking for youth. They're looking for participation. Actively, right now. The Free National Movement relentlessly, based upon appearance, based upon information that I would have known, is strategically identifying who they don't want. Jesus God, I can't get away, amen, Jesus. The FNM has actively identified and separated, dismissed themselves, withdrawn their support from people who they seem threatened by, they feel threatened by, they don't want anything to do with because they don't like them or whatever. I don't know. You actively dismiss and separate yourself from youth. Actively. And the PLP actively looking for ways to put young people in. So if low voter turnout will always bode well for the PLP will win the next general election. Because you've done nothing other than telling me that you can bounce back now. Garbage. Nobody's even listening to Big Sean no more. So he's a bunch of garbage. He's talking garbage too. You can play Big Sean. Nobody's listening to Big Sean no more. Oh, he can't influence us. He ain't even a part of good music no more. You can play Big Sean. Nobody listening to Big Sean. He bounced back because Kanye fired him. And he's still bouncing somewhere. We don't even know where he is. But you wouldn't know that. All you know is the song with somebody till you play. You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that. You can't know that. Oh, I like the song. What do you say? Bounce back? Yeah, I like that. Woo! Let's get it, guys. You have no idea. He looking for somebody podcast to go on so he could cry. Kanye did this to me, and I thought Kanye still owe me $16,000. Man, shut up, but shut up. Shut up. Go look for 2 Chainz. We like him. We ain't got a problem with him. He ain't had a hit in a little while, but we can listen to him. He's all right with us. You don't even know the intricacy associated with these things. You're doing this because somebody telling you that this is something to do, but you have no idea, man. You have no idea. The artist that you played, Bounce Back, his name is Big Sean. He was an artist on Kanye West's Good Music label. Both he and John Legend and others left because Kanye didn't want nothing to do with them no more. Say what you want, we still listening to Kanye, but we don't listen to them. John Legend got to figure out how much money he could get from Atlantis. Y'all don't want me to say these things to y'all, I'm telling you what's happening. I'm telling you what's happening. And you're strategically placing yourself in the position, you cannot attract young people like this. You cannot. Young people don't want the generic concept that you fed to people in the 80s and in the early 90s. The reason why Hubert Ingram was able to attract youth at that time is because he represented a sense of irreverence and a determination to change. Yeah. He was violent and he took the violence back, take it back by force. This is what he into. And young people was into that. What you doing? You out here following Lincoln Bain, and then when I ain't work, you're following what you see Menace do. Let's see if we can use social media to do these things because Menace getting a lot of attraction. So you manipulating that. You lack authenticity. You're like a geek floating in the wind. And I don't mean that as an individual. I'm talking about the seat that you hold now. There is an authority that exists in this particular seat. You're not utilizing the authority to the benefit of you and the organization. You're just trying and hoping. There's no strategy to trying and hoping. If you're good with this kind of a nothing beats a fail but a try, if that's what you're good with, then you'll be trying until Jesus Christ comes. But nothing beats a fail but a try, and the only thing that can be able to design that try is strategy. You have to have a strategy. The PLP will always win with low voter turnout. The Free National Movement has never set its organization in this sort of a path that when low voter turnout comes, that we're going to be able to capture that. The Free National Movement has not done that. The PLP has never pandered in everything they do. They do not pander to the masses. They pander relentlessly, specifically to their base. They use language that speaks to their base. And they can do that even more now because you are unable to be able to motivate people to move towards you. You're unable. As an organization, you are unable. Your chairman does not know. Your deputy leader is relentlessly looking to be able to shelter himself. And you are in the capacity of trying to be able to pull all these elements together. It's an exhausting thing for you. And this is where you are. This is where you are. So no, you did not bounce back, sir. Maybe we should play Ludacris for you. Because that's what's happening. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. You know that one? Play that for me. Get a little piece of that. You know that one? Ludacris. Oh, he's saying get me copyrighted. Let's not play that then. Let's try it. This is Ludacris. This is ludicrous for you to believe that you bounce back. The appropriate song that F&Ms are saying to you. Yeah, that's it right there. The appropriate song what FNM should play for you, the appropriate song the country is saying to you, is a Ludacris song. Tell me when you're ready. Let's try it. I just got to be decent with you as I say these things. Nobody's sending you nowhere. I don't have no ill will towards you. I don't hate you. I know that you have a family. I know that you have responsibilities. I don't think that the people at Guardian hate me when they fired me. They tell me get from around them. I don't think the people at ZNS hate me. They tell me get from around them. I didn't fit their organization. I didn't fit their mold. I was going against the trend of just being able the person to take directives. I don't take directives well. I don't take directives well. I do not. Who you talking to? Not me. You're me? Buddy, you're talking to me. I was Howard before I reach here. I can be Howard well after I go. You can keep your things. I'm not concerned about that. I don't think nobody hate me when they ask me to be able to separate themselves. I'm not a company man. I'm a visionary. I have a desire to be able to see my country move in a particular direction. I have a desire to be able to see my community move in a direction. I have a desire to be able to get myself out of the traditional poverty that I was born into. I ain't into that. And I will fight and scrape and claw until I get to where I believe I'm called to be. So I don't have a problem when they say, Howard, this is not for you. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. It ain't for me. You're probably right. But you all are egotistical and prideful. You believe that Jesus Christ has called you to these positions. Jesus Christ has called you to be able to capture a lesson, to understand something. You have yet to be able to present yourself humble. The trifecta of leadership in the organization of the Free National Movement has yet to be able to present themselves humble and be able to absorb and to apply, to take in what is necessary and to be able to give them back something. This is the song that the people won't be able to play for you. Do you know this song? Have you ever heard this song? Roll out! That's it, before they copyright. Roll out! I gotta be decent with you. Y'all think I hate y'all, eh? I swear y'all think I hate y'all. I'm sick and tired of y'all, right? I'm sick and tired of your belief that the way that things were. How could it be that all of y'all gone to school, all of y'all was under Hubert Ingram, all of y'all was under great leadership, all of y'all had an opportunity to be able to strategically be placed in a position of leadership in this country, all of you was in a position and none of y'all could come up with one thing that's outside of what was done before. None of y'all have vision. None. None. You let an old man, the person of the prime minister, that's what y'all call him, old man, and the person, the prime minister, have enough vision to understand we need to have a transition in the organization. As much as you want to talk about Fred Mitchell, an old man have the vision to understand the organization need to evolve. They are laying the foundation to ensure that the organization can be able to carry on. They bringing young people in and they mentoring young people. And starting to say, yeah, well, you know, when we got to do this, and bringing them into conversation, bringing them into meetings, bringing them into concepts, giving them opportunities. This is what the PLP doing now. Not you. You mad at me because I say that. Like I'm supposed to sit down here and revel in the vomit of yesteryear. The Bahamian people have rejected some of the people that you've ratified. And you bring them back. Worse than when Perry Christie said he would swim through his vomit if he ever have to go back there. And he surely did do a breaststroke to get back to a position of leadership. I just don't understand y'all, man. You cannot always see things as hatred, man. You cannot always identify these things as hatred and disdain. You cannot see when people are providing you with constructive criticism, no matter how quote unquote harsh it may be to your ego, to your fragile feelings, to your emotions. No matter how impactful it may be, no matter how the truth that it actually possesses may hurt you. But it's not designed to be able to eradicate you. It's only designed to be able to rattle you, to shake you up, to recognize and find out whether or not you're on the true course that God has called you to be. You keep losing. You keep losing. The organization has taken blow after blow. You cannot settle the turmoil in your party. Your ego would not. You see, you know what I said? The PLP has taken on, the Free National Movement has taken on this sort of a course where they wish to call on Hubert Alexander Ingram to be able to galvanize and to, tap into this nostalgia and to pull people out. But if I could remember correctly, when Hubert Ingram was running for Prime Minister's position and running for his various constituency, and the organization was looking to be able to get the F&M in, right? You know who Hubert Ingram used to call to be able to rally the crowd? Frederick McAlpine. When Frederick McAlpine come out, and they put the pepper in the Vaseline, and we laughing. What we hear? He draw the crowd, and whilst we out here with a little drink, because I never used to drink beer. I never liked beer. Okay. So I'll have a little cask and cream. You remember that? Cask and cream. A little Kahlua and milk. This was before the lactose intolerance kick in, Jesus. Right? I'll have a little cask and cream, a little Kahlua and milk, a little eggnog or something like that. I like sweet, a little sweet mouth. You can see that. And so you're out here relaxing. Splash of gin in the thing. This is when I was younger. When Frederick McAlpine come on, our attention is shifted. McAlpine was able to capture our imagination. McAlpine was able to, but you wouldn't even flip and call McAlpine. You won't call Hubert Ingram. Hubert Ingram called McAlpine, you call Hubert Ingram. You're all missing the right element. You're missing the right element. You call Hubert Ingram. But Hubert Ingram called McAlpine. Y'all are fractured, man. You're fractured. And I don't care what the Guardian newspaper says about low voter turnout. That would always bode well for the PLP every time. Because PLPs are going to vote PLP. F&Ms, based upon how they feel today, I don't feel like getting out today. These PLP, I can't vote PLP. I ain't getting out today. Almost half the constituency ain't show up. Brian Brown still telling people, I from here, I live here, you know me, I'm Brian Brown, and you still can't get your people to come out for you. You're supposed to blow this man out the water. You're supposed to blow him out. This man come, and the same 40 days and 40 nights that it rained, he come down and rain down a victory upon Golden Isles. Huh? You've been there for 15 years. Jesus tell you, God is on my side. Come on, man. Sir, I watched the Valley, One Family, the Saxons, Roots, Genesis, everybody. A groups, B groups, every one of them say, we can win this one in Jesus' name. Nobody say Jesus. No one say nothing else. It was the same Jesus. Nobody called no other God's name. It was only the same Jesus Christ. They praying and asking God for victory. Only one person could win at a time. While you're there making this declaration, trying to convince me that Jesus Christ show up to you like how the angel Gabriel show up and said, Brian, you got this one. Why are you levitating? I'm Jesus. You're trying to convince me that Jesus show up for you. And he ain't never talked to me about that yet. He never come in I live in a constituency and he never say, vote for Brian. Nothing in me say, vote for Brian. Nothing. And the people in the heart say, get up now. It's time to go. Vote for Brian today. Nothing. You couldn't get 2,000 people to do that. You couldn't get 1,700 people to do that. But only because he had money, so what? If you know you didn't have no money, you shouldn't have gone. I think it's a game, mate. I think it's a game, mate. Go play with the third parties then. If you broke and you ain't got nothing. I used to play with the DNA. I know I was broke. And the only thing I could lean on is Jesus Christ. But I didn't come to the forefront and say, Jesus, tell me I can win. I go on in my small corner and go on in a fast. I was in a fast for at least 30 days. A fast. I say, Lord, I don't know what you want me to do. Whatever your will is there, Jesus, let it be done. And I'll be a good representative if you give me a chance. But if you don't give me a chance, I know that this is a learning experience for me to get to where you call me to be in this life. I ain't tripping, baby. I ain't tripping. You think I got time to, but you think anybody who ride with me know that Howard Grant is going to win? Oh, come on, man. Stop talking stupidness, man. It's a good show and we did well. We did well. This was almost like a meet and greet. I met people. I graded them. I had some great opportunities. This is good stuff. You got to be realistic, man. You're all there talking foolishness, man. I ain't mad at you. I ain't cussing nobody and I'm mad. But we have to be realistic with these stuff. There's no authenticity in what you offer. There's nostalgia that exists for you, but you don't provide me anything to be able to look at these things. Nothing. I'm 40 years old. December 1st. What today is. In 5 days, I will be 44 years old. In 5 days. God spare my life. I'll be 44 years old in 5 days on December 1st. I could remember I used to hate. Watch me. I used to hate because you could see that I was always a participant. Right? I needed to know some things that was being said sometimes. As I grew, I became conscious to the politics of the matter. I heard there was a campaign, I can't remember. Are you all ready for salt and pepper? And I thought that was just disgusting. I thought that out of the PLP. Out of the PLP's camp. The PLP stood on the stage and started to talk about salt and pepper. That was when Brent Simonet was the Deputy Prime Minister. And Hubert Ingraham was the Prime Minister. They was calling that duo, that pairing, salt and pepper. I thought as a young person at the time that this was derogatory, divisive language that spoke to a sense of segregation and sought to unearth the colonialism that existed in our past. Similar to how they would play Roots all the time, the PLP, that it was a reminder of a past that they were trying to fit to scare us that we will return in the event of the Free National Movement. I thought it was divisive campaigning. I thought it was poor. Now it may have worked in the 70s. Yeah. It may have worked and during that time. But in the 90s, we had a bigger problem with cocaine and crack and HIV than this sort of colonialism that existed here. And so when I saw the transition of that, the empowerment that existed with the Free National Movement was sort of a fresh thing. And then the PLP came back with this kind of a fresh breeze is blowing. And they missed the mark. You understand what I'm saying? They missed the mark. After 2002, 2007, they missed the mark. You see what I'm saying to you? You always have to be relevant and connected to what's happening in your community now. The FNM has not done that. You have not had time to sit down and put your thoughts together. You're too busy fighting in the organization. Trying to figure out who can be leader. Trying to figure out who can do this, who can do that. Why not me? I want to run in this constituency. I don't want. You have not come up with a plan to be able to win. You have not. And I guarantee you, if you have not done it by now, your time is up. You don't have the time anymore. You don't. The seed of doubt is already planted in your organization. Division exists in your organization. And there are people who are deflecting, who rejected your organization, and who are leaving in droves. I understand that there are people leaving in mass numbers in the constituency of Carmichael. Guys, let's talk, man. If you want to pretend like these things, remember, when you sitting here talking to me now, if you're tuning in with me, you're sitting here talking to me. You ain't talking to no entity behind me. You ain't talking to no establishment. You're talking to no organization. You're talking to Howard Grant. Okay, nobody fueling my situation. I wish they would. Can I say that? I wish they would. Nobody fueling nothing. Nobody's bringing me no money. Nobody. Listen, let's just shoot straight. This is authentically and, genuinely how I see these things. FNMs may not say this. You may be diehard and listen to me. Listen to me. The day of reckoning is here. You got to make a decision, man. Do you want to move forward with Michael Pintard? After these 2 defeats, do you believe that he can take you to victory at the general election? After these 2 defeats, he couldn't even get money from his own donors, people who've been connected to the organization forever. Do you believe that Michael Pintard, in his current capacity, has the wherewithal to take us to the place of leadership in your organization? Do you believe that? That's just a simple question. That ain't for you to answer. That's for you to ponder. And you don't answer the question with a question. Don't answer the question with this kind of a posture. Well, then who, Howard? That's not an answer. Let's answer the question. Don't look around. Answer the question. To yourself. Do you believe that Michael Pintard has the wherewithal and has what it takes to lead the Free National Movement to victory? That is why Hubert Minnis separated himself from Ingram. And Ingram don't like that. Because any victory that commenced would be a victory that you could only hang on the coat, on the head of Hubert Minnis. You're not going to convolute my victory with Hubert Ingram. So I stop talking to him. I leave him alone. I separate myself. Win, lose, or draw, this is going to be mine. It's my legacy, my position, and I won't convolute it. Ingram didn't like that. Ingram did whatever he could do to be able to get Minnis out of this place. Because as long as I live in, I will always be emperor of the FNM. Minnis gone. Boom. Then you put in a servant. in the person of Michael Pintard. And in your imperial capacity, you found out that you could still perch the stage, you could still manipulate, you could still do these things. Any victory that comes to the Free National Movement doesn't even belong to Michael Pintard. But I could tell you one thing, victory and defeat works in two different ways. Any defeat that comes to the Free National Movement, you've owned all of that. You own the whole thing. But any victory that comes, you got to share a piece with this one and share something with that one. And even if you don't slice it yourself, you better go come with this one knife and cut it and tell people, well, you know, I did that, eh? You could share defeat. I mean, you could share victory, but defeat is all. No, baby, you could have that. That's why Hubert Ingham come up there and say, I told him not to do it. Y'all don't try to give me a slice of that defeat. I don't eat that. I told him not to do it. But if victory comes, well, you know, when I perched the stage, that's when they decided to come vote for you, you know. I did that. No, you gotta make up your mind. You got to be like Minnis, irreverent to the traditions of the old, and find a path that belongs to you. Let's take a quick break, guys. We're going to be right back after this.
Cover your back. Plug your valve. Do it before you lose. Wrap it up. Sign it off, man. Just like you're doing news. Plug up that geyser before it blow. Put a dam to that river to stop the flow. Cover your losses. Protect your rim. If you ain't gonna do it for you, do it for him. Clean up your act, man. Don't poison your blood. Launch a patriot. Cover your scud. Think with your north, not with your south. Put a silencer on that gun barrel mouth. Be safe, people, cause there ain't no cure. Put on Mr. Condom. It's 99% sure. Put a filter on your pump. Cover your mistakes. Put a muzzle on that horse. Put a top on your shake. Don't let the itsy bitsy spider get up your water spout. Protect your entrance, boy. Guard your door. Keep Mr. Spider out. You don't know who got what. There's danger in many faces. If you're gonna do something, protect yourself, cover all bases. You say there's jumping, itching, scratching inside the box. But still keep it closed. Lock it up like it's Fort Knox. Because once it's done, you can't take back what you did. So if nature calls and your guard falls, make sure he put on a lid. Now that's real talk.
Oh yeah, watch your groove. Sounds good to me. Watch it. Young ladies gather round. I watch these fellas how they getting down. It's a new dance and I'll bet it's gonna make you sweat. Boom boom shake from left to right. All them guys look out of sight. Some boom big, some boom boom small. Some sit low, others riding tall. See them walking in the heat, they're cruising down on Bay Street. And if you like what you see, come and sing along with me. Shake that boom boom, don't you stop. Shake that boom boom, give it all you got. Shake that boom boom, while they place. Boom boom, sure can take up space. Boom boom, winding to the groove. Just watch how the boom boom move. Boy, that boom boom sure can wind. Look too long and it may send you blind. Then three tiny shoes, fancy bursts of stitch. So be looking at the boom fall into one open ditch. Boy, that boom boom sure can rock. Oh, your boom boom must be carry shots. Guys, you see what I'm talking about? That boy got big print up. Oh, I need is such a treat.
before we get out of here, I just want to be able to talk with you and say to you that I have a great respect for you, man. I need you to know this. I'm not a pushover type of guy. I'm not going to look at you and I'm not a butt kisser. I don't do that. I don't care who it is. I will tell you to your face, as a true 8 Mile Rock man, buddy, I don't like man, you know. You stupid. And it don't matter who you is. If you think that I'm going against my convictions for you, are you out of your mind? It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And so when I say this to you, this is not out of disrespect. It may seem sharp. It may seem harsh. It may seem soon. But someone have to say this to you. Whether you listen to me or not, it don't matter. If you knew that this defeat for you would mean reevaluation. You knew that. And if you have to wait for someone to tell you pack up your stuff and leave, if you don't have an exit strategy, if you don't know these particular things, by now, if you were CEO of a corporation, you would be fired, sir. If you were the CEO of Google, if you were the CEO of any of these great conglomerates around the world, you would be fired, sir. If you were in the cabinet of the United States of America, you would be fired, sir. We continue to be able to perpetuate one level after another, this kind of a incompetency that exists in here. You're not competent in the capacity that you exist in. We're not talking about the technical arm of it. You know, you're smart. Anybody say that you're dumb? You're smart. But you haven't married this intellect with your personable skills. You haven't married that. You haven't married this intellect and your personable skills with your community leadership skills. There is a marrying that is required in every aspect. And you've gone through so much, man. Listen, you would have gone through so much, Michael. You would have gone through so much. You've been through so much. You get publicly ridiculed, and people say you had all sorts of murder for hire plot. You then gone through is Peter Bacon this and all these things that you found a way to navigate those things with grace, only to find yourself at the pinnacle of the organization and believe that you get yourself there. Obviously, this is quite obvious. Apparently. Let's do it. We can't say it's obvious. We could say that it's apparent. It is apparent that you believe that you got yourself here. It is apparent that you believe that as a result of this particular posture that you've taken, that you believe that now, after you would have gone through all of what you would have gone through, now you could just tell these people to hell with them, because I'm the leader now. Sir, you have not arrived. You have not arrived. This ain't even, if this was a subway train, this ain't even your stop. You didn't curse everybody out and try to step off the subway train. Sir, this ain't your stop. Now you being here awkward together, looking at each other. We feel awkward, right? We looking at each other. What were you saying? No. You turning around. I trying to. Excuse me. You were saying something, sir? It's an awkward thing. You're already dismissing people because you feel like you've arrived. This ain't your stop. Your stop is victory in 2026. That's when men start kicking people off the boat, you know. After he get victory. You don't kick people off the boat and tell you win. You got to win. You don't kick people off the boat, Jesus God. You wouldn't even take your time. This is something that Michael Alkides just put on. Let's check this out, see what's up.
People say everything is going up except the pay. And the Prime Minister heard that and realized that we needed to do, first of all, an analysis on where the public sector pay levels were, where they were compared to the private sector, bearing in mind, again, the increased cost of living, and a general salary review was done and an adjustment was made. Not part of any union negotiation or anything that's included in any industrial agreement, but a realization that we have to review this and we have to make an adjustment. it was done in two parts, middle managers first and line staff, and so they have been paid today. And this is money that is added to their salary, not just a lump sum. So going forward, that is an amount that is added to the salary. Of course, we'll always like to do more, and as we get in a better position financially, we will do more.
So it sounds like your money in the bank. Money in the bank. Shorty, what you think about this? Yeah, I got them songs too. Yeah. Congratulations to those persons. I hope that you see some things. As the Free National Movement tell us all about stories of the boogeyman and passports that are showing up out of thin air and people who have been separated unceremoniously from organizations being able to come back, and we should find value in what they say. As the Free National Movement continues to be able to spiral in one level to another, trying to figure out how do they find their footing, the PLP is mushing forward. They are marching on and doing everything that they can for victory 2026. That's the only thing that exists in this country, guys. If you were a politician, the only thing that, listen, if you were a politician, I don't care if you was a member of, I don't care if you was a minister of the government. I don't care if you was a permanent secretary. I don't care if you was an executive chair. I don't care what, if you are a politician in this country, you cannot retain your position without victory. You cannot retain your comfort and your position of an elevated prospect in our society without victory. If you lose, you gone. You out here talking your guts out. You need to win. Now, some people say, come hook up by crook. I don't believe in that. I ain't no crooked in me. I ain't into that. But I do believe that you must find a way to put yourself out there and retrieve victory. Now, the COI believes that they could do that by being able to tug on your hatred and xenophobia. Nobody care enough about how much Haitians in this country if we don't have enough money to buy something hot to eat. Nobody care about nothing else if I had to be eating noodles and Vini Sausage, Vienna, whatever the sausage's name, and trying to be able to close my eye and imagine a 5-course meal. Nobody care enough about that. That was the COI's attempt. The FNM wishes to be able to perpetuate and amplify the concept and idea of a corrupt organization in the PLP. Well, this is the concept that you've had for years, for decades. At least 35 years, 40 years, you've said that the PLP is a corrupt organization. From 1985, 1982, the PLP is corrupt. Corrupt. You thought it worked for you, that it didn't work for you, because the PLP keep winning. And if you can keep driving home this kind of a concept of corruption without validation, then you seem to be crazy. Where is the proof? Oh, we will produce it. Don't come to me and tell me about it without evidence. Somebody steal out of my house. Yeah, Howard, what did they take? Oh, well, they took a lot. All right, Howard, where's the stuff? Oh, well, you know. Go look. You will see that it's gone. Howard, I don't know what was there from what wasn't there. Where's the evidence to indicate that they took some stuff? Oh, well, I got a camera. You got the evidence on camera? No. My neighbor have a camera. And I know that he's always record, so the evidence is forth. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? We only want simplicity and authenticity. That's it. You complicating this, man. This is not that hard. This is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Easy peasy. And you putting complexity to this. Guys, we're going to talk a little bit more tomorrow, God Spare Our Lives, about where we are in the country, where we are from a political standpoint. And I'm hoping that Michael Pintard finds it in his heart to come and sit with me, because I want to have a real conversation with him. And maybe he don't want to talk with me. Maybe you like to get, a lob ball. Maybe you like to go where they lob you the ball. Maybe you like underhand soft pitch where they ain't asking you nothing real because they need to keep their job too. Maybe you like that. And if that's what you like, then praise Jesus. But if not, come sit with me. Nobody to pay me but me. It's my space. Come have a real conversation with a real G. RENT. Let's just be decent with it. Good show today, guys. I want to thank you so much for being able to tune in. Got to shout out all my good, decent people who are out there. If you're celebrating your birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too. Enjoy your birthday. My birthday is coming up in a couple of days that we can be able to do those things. Guys, be safe out there. We're going to see you tomorrow. God Spare Our Life right here on The Foundation.